All right, so we can. I start off that way every time, it seems. I think it must be a cue for myself. Anyway, let's keep going. What's something to consider then as you've got, remember those key theories in the front: grounded theory, ethnography, and phenomenology. They're ways of thinking about doing research that are not theories that apply directly. So the sampling that we left off with us a minute ago, or the last video, was that idea of how to go about sampling. And that is the hard work. What is your population? What are all the individual things you want to that could possibly be looked at? What's the smaller group that will represent the larger one? And then again, how to go about that selection. So when you move to the qualitative process and you move into qualitative interviews, that categorizing is a really big deal. You're only going to interview a few people. So therein, it's I'm going to interview 6 people, 12 people. Which 12? How do I cover gender? Do I make sure I've covered off age perhaps? Have I covered off socioeconomic status? Do I need to? Am I looking at a particular group? So within that group, are there subcategories? That's the process of sample. That's the thing to think about. Who could I talk to make a good reflection of what goes on for this whole group? Nursing staff, who is it that I need to speak to? What are the subcategories within it? Are there gender issues, ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status? Again, all of those. I want to talk to nurses who work in operating rooms, but within that sense of that, within that group, there are subsets who might give me different information. That's where qualitative interviewing is really valuable. Let's just dig into those areas. We ask about those differences. They're not done as just a demographic approach to subcategorize and to figure out our numbers and how it works. They're actually about the real significance of how those people feel doing that work. And it's a reflection of their feelings, their emotionality. That's the key to a good, I think, a good ethnographic interview. The subjectivity, the intersubjectivity is about feeling. When you ask someone how they feel, when you ask someone their opinion, what the underlying message in asking that is, you're important. So in the qualitative interview, the big thing is for that interview subject to know they are important, that they are the most important person in the room. So you ask questions in such a way that ultimately they tell you how important they are. You don't ask it directly, but the questions certainly have that flavor to them. It's what they're significant to your research. You know they are, you think they are, and you're getting them to tell you why they are, which to some degree I guess you'd call it ego, but it's bigger than that. It's about actually carrying empathy is the key word in there that I'm sure all of you are used to.